Hi, everybody, and welcome to the Power of Change. This is episode 11, and we are so grateful that you are here with us. I'm Reverend Janelle and Leah Frickland.
Hi, I'm Reverend Amy Oberly, and in this week's episode, Hope talks about George Floyd and his soul contract in this world. It is deeply powerful and so moving, and we know that you will be impacted by it. So we truly hope that you enjoy it and just take every word in that you can.
And we at the Hope Interfaith Center are here to support you in any way that we can during this time. And we are sending you all love and light, and may peace prevail upon earth. So we hope you guys enjoy this episode.
Namaste, everyone, and thank you for joining me for the next teaching here at the Hope Interfaith Center. I hope this finds you well. I know that the world is in utter chaos, and I'm calling this clip, Let Me Breathe. Let me breathe. I can't breathe. Let me breathe. And I'm going to honor this to the soul contract of George Floyd, who passed into the etheric energetic field, into the energy of oneness, and helping all of us understand that his soul had a magnificent and mighty and big sacred contract to create a greater awareness upon our planet, especially across the nation of the United States of America. We are seeing broken glass and looting and killings and all of this eruption, and all of the old is coming down, but also this is a time where we are watching people get out to sweep up the glass and to restock the shelves and to feed the poor. So this is how we're going to do all of that, how we're going to sweep the glass during this little teaching. There has been many frequencies coming into the planet at this time. There are energy shifts all over, and all of you know that energy shifts means that there is a raising of consciousness, a raising of awareness, and there are vast energies that are reaching the earth at this time to assist us in this transition. We are not alone. There has been many special dispensations of energy granted by the spiritual hierarchy to oversee the operation here upon the planet. And the torch has been given to us, just like the Olympics, and they are handing it over to us. They are assisting us in all ways, shapes, and forms to help with this cleansing, as well as the balancing that is happening upon the earth at this time, whether it's individuals and or states and or our country or the world. And the energy shifts are often presented to raise the consciousness upon this planet. And we are the light force that are bringing forth and carrying through as messengers, because we have agreed to this task that the spiritual hierarchy has asked us to do at this time. Often on a particular day, which could be the full moon or a new moon or a new month, that most of that time is chosen to focus on a transition and a transformation. So this whole particular year is dedicated to transition and transformation. And so how are you, and how am I, and how are we together going to sweep up the glass right here? How are you, how are I, how are all of us going to restock the shelves and feed the poor? We can change the history and the turnarounds of this country in a moment. And so when the spiritual hierarchy gives us this dispensation of a task that we must do here upon the planet, we must indeed de-escalate the energy of lower frequencies. And we must escalate the energy of hope, of love, resilience, of freedom, of liberation, of knowingness, and the new world. You can tell instantly when you're listening to the news. You can tell instantly when you're listening to the president. You can tell instantly when you're listening sometimes to your neighbors or your friends if they are escalating anger, if they're escalating the energetic frequency of the broken glass, if they're constantly talking about it, they're escalating the energetic field that we need to de-escalate at this time. I think many of you have heard on the news is that the temperature, the fever is high. And so we need to bring the temperature down. And how do we do that as light workers? How is the spiritual hierarchy asking us to do this plan? It is simply saying a few words such as this. I am divine grace, divine essence, divine presence, incarnate upon this planet inside of this body, and I am here to be the expression of divine grace upon this planet, incarnate in this body. We are divine essence, incarnate inside of this body, upon this planet. We are here to be the expression of divine grace upon this planet. And so when we are in happiness and joy and frequency and light, we are not working through the old programs of sorrow. We are not working through the old programs of depletion. We don't work through those old programs anymore of lack and limitations. The new programs that are here upon the planet, which you can hold within your new DNA, is that there is a new dawn and day coming. There is indeed this raising of the frequency and ascension upon the planet. You don't even have to know the word ascension and or know what that word even means. But there has always been scenarios upon this planet. And one of the scenarios, as many of you knew, that in the 60s when we were in the hippie era, love and free love, and that there was a great shift in awareness. There was a great shift in consciousness during that time. This time is no greater than nor less than. This is a happening that's happening upon our planet because George Floyd's soul contract was mighty and was great and was magnificent. And his death shall not go in vain. If the light workers say, I see the bigger picture in all of this, I'm bringing down the new programs. And the new program is hope. And the new program is happiness. And the new program is liberation and freedom. And so I want you to not be in search of peace. I and the spiritual hierarchy do not want you to be in search of love. The spiritual hierarchy wants you to be peace. If you are divine magnificence incarnate in your body, you don't have to seek out peace. You are peace. You don't have to seek out love. Divine essence is love, joy, prosperity. Whenever you're seeking, you are dismissing the fact that you are all of it, and it is all part of you. Now, I know many people think that this is just lingo, but it is the truth. The ancient ones have talked about this forever. And our magnificent spiritual leaders that we have lived with through lifetimes after lifetimes after lifetimes have taught this. And now we are back. We are the ones that are here to be the expression of divine grace upon this planet. And when we are divine grace and being the expression of divine grace upon this planet, we're just sweeping up the, the glass. We're restocking the shelves. We're amplifying the kingdom of God. We are not talking about the problem. We are enlarging the kingdom of God when we understand the truth of who we all are. These important energy shifts that our planet has been in and on are all for a reason. We saw that on 9/11. We saw that in World War I and World War II. And so this was set into motion to create a critical mass. We are going through a major dimensional doorway. So we are here. And all that is needed in the requirement is to say yes. Yes for this planet. Yes to this movement. Yes towards ascension. Yes, I am divine grace incarnate in this body upon the planet. And we are here to be the expression of that divine grace upon the planet. And in so doing that, living that, the quality of your earth will change. The quantum physics speaks loud and clear about all of this. We are being birthed into a new dimension. And this is exciting. It is needed. And it is time. In the higher dimensions, there is no duality. There is only oneness, harmony, and love. The planet as we know it has reached the point in her evolution where she has chosen to increase her vibrational rate to a level of which we call light. The process of changing the vibration upon this planet needed to reach a level of disarray, of moving the energy away to allow the new energy of the truth of who we all are. It is with divine grace that although I say, I cannot breathe. Again, let's go back to George Floyd when he said that I cannot breathe. Let me breathe. I cannot breathe. Maybe that was a collective, holy cry to help all of us breathe in light and breathe out light. Not just to breathe in life and breathe out life, but maybe the sacred contract of George was a spiritual contract. And his cry was not just for him alone. And his cry was not just for the Black community, that his cry was for this earth. Let's breathe. Let's breathe light and love and harmony and peace into the planet. His life has not been taken. His life was being given to a greater cause. And so with that in mind, I certainly thank you, George Floyd, for coming here upon this planet and making a great deal of difference. And for you, George Floyd, soul contract, I will always breathe life into the world. Namaste, everyone. God bless you.
Thank you so much for taking the time to listen to that powerful message. We truly hope that it made a difference in your life and that you help as well to pick up that shattered glass, just as we are trying to in our own lives and in our own communities.
Yes, thank you so much for watching. And if this show has impacted you guys in a positive way, we ask that you please share it with a friend or please share it with your community. And we're so grateful to everybody who is in this world right now that is helping make it a better place. And we just want to say, may George Floyd rest in peace. And in the words of his daughter, my daddy changed the world.